See, remember like I talked about, you know, the key to being happy with your work, whatever that is, any kind of work, you know, with your work, is to do it, master it, throw yourself into it, okay? Which is to say, be happy with your work. Okay? Have you ever noticed that? You notice that, right? When you throw yourself into something and you really want to do it like that, you're not unhappy doing that. You know, if you've got a project or something you really like doing or you're excited about, you've all had that sometimes, right? See, you know, something you want to get done, whatever. Like, oh, whatever it is, I don't know what it is. But and you generally enjoy doing that, don't you? See? And usually, right? You look up hours later or whenever, you know, like that, and you go, oh, really? So much time has passed? Oh, I'm not even done yet. Hey, hold it on. I used to do, I used to design houses. I don't know why, I just enjoyed designing houses. I built one, and I designed it. I designed this too. I designed that pool also. But, you know, and I built this, and I designed and built a house and stuff like that. And then I was going to do one for Hawaii, so I did different versions, etc. And then I got into it, you know. And I would spend, so, you know, I worked, you know, worked different stuff, different projects, and evening classes and whatnot. So when I was doing the houses, often it was, you know, like late at night. And I would go out till morning sometimes, just still working on it, you know, on the computer. Oh, really? See? And it wasn't because I was trying. So. And the good news is, early on, I gave up my morning classes to other teachers, you see, so I didn't have the morning classes, you see. So I usually didn't have to be down there till the afternoon, so it wasn't a big problem there. But, you know, so you get into it, right? So a similar kind of dynamic is that anything you experience, no matter what it is, anything you experience situationally, like that, be happy with it. Even if you don't like it. Yeah.
I have some excuse that I have to be enlightened in order to be able to do that. I don't know why.
No, have you ever noticed that just like on a scale, you know, you've run into lots of different human beings, right? And some people, not very many, right, but some people seem to be actually pretty happy. You know? They're happy people. They're happy with life. They're happy with what's going on. They're just like, you know, smile a lot, you know. And some people are not. Some people are, a lot more people tend to be miserable, mediocre, kind of getting through something, whatever like that. Right? See, and those people who are happy aren't happy because they're enlightened.
I assume they fake it. I assume they go home and then they're not, like it's just a facade. I don't.
Yeah.
He's a really happy guy at my crappy job. I just assume he can't be happy doing their job. I assume he goes home and cries or something. I don't know. He's been there for like 20 years. But I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. How he
But
feels.
sound dig it, right? You're doing a job for 20 years. And you're unhappy with the job for 20 years. And you see somebody else who's doing the same job 20 years, and they seem quite happy with the job and with life. And so at the end of the 20 years, who's the winner there? See? You know, see, so it doesn't matter. It always turns out that way. If you don't want to do the job, or whatever it is, change it. If you don't want the emotions you have, change them. If you don't want the thoughts you have, change them. If you don't want the environment you're in, move. Right? See? These are all things you can do. These are all options. You can do them. If you don't do them, then shut the fuck up and be happy. with whatever is the case. Even if you're miserable. I know this is a hard concept to put your brain around. See, you're not going to fail to make distinctions. Say, oh, this is better than that, or I would do this rather than this one. Or here's a feeling, this is a negative feeling, this is a positive feeling, Okay. It has nothing to do with whether you're happy or not. Oh, I'm in pain. I'm happy and I'm in pain. I'm miserable. I'm happy and I'm miserable. What? That's the only way it's going to work if you want actual happiness. Otherwise, what you're going to get is relief. Success. You're going to get winning, but you're not going to get happiness.
So happiness is a relationship to my experience, or
Okay.
I'm asking.
Okay. I don't care. What?
What do you do about the people that, or how? What do you do about the people that would say, "Well, you're causing me to be unhappy," or something like that?
Well, like
You know?
it. Enjoy it. Enjoy being the victim. Enjoy being at the victim, no matter what it is. No, if you're stuck in a world of, you're causing me to be unhappy and blah, 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 it's likely you're going to be impaired in making the shift of which I speak, right? You're not going to be able to have that perspective. See, and the other thing is that, when you do, right, what's one of the traps? What can you imagine one of the traps is? You understand what I'm saying, right? You'd be happy with whatever, period. So in other words, you be happy. Want to be happy? Be happy. And you experience this and you experience that and you do this and you don't do that, et cetera, et cetera. It's irrelevant. Yeah, so what's the trap? Yeah.
I think suppression would be a trap.
Okay, that'd be not doing it.
Like, I'm
Yeah.
happy.
Yeah, so that would be not doing it. That would be not doing it. So not doing it is a trap, right? Which is to say, pretending to do it by being, suppressing. So of course, that's a trap you'd have to watch out for.
What's it?
Hmm?
You said not doing it, what are you
The shift I'm speaking about. In other words,
Shift.
yeah, being happy. See, which is then the case, being happy. See, if your happiness is based on getting your experience to turn out a certain way, do you understand the challenges here? Because your happiness is already now dependent on that. See, that's not happiness, that's survival. Survival's goal is not happiness. Survival's goal is winning. And when you're winning, or however you want to call it, you are happy. You think you're happy. You see, it's working out. Oh boy. See, I'm getting pleasure. I got money. The thing's going my way. Whatever it is, you see, I'm happy. I got a good relationship. My dog likes me. I'm happy. Whatever it is, you see, and you say, okay, I'm happy. But you understand that has to be temporary. Unless you're the luckiest son of a bitch ever on the planet. And somehow everything just falls into place for your survival. Every person, every situation, and I would have to think too, you don't have many needs. Anyway, it's not going to happen. So, you see, you have to make happiness independent from experience, because you're not going to find happiness in your experience, because your experience is dominated by self-survival, unless you want to stop being dominated by self-survival. But there is not one iota of an intention to stop being dominated by self-survival, because self-survival is you, and you want to live. The self-survival is you, and there's not one iota of wanting to get rid of you. So you see what I'm saying? So, see, what you're basing happiness is on whether you experience pleasure rather than pain. And you will not, you can understand rationally that you do not have pleasure without pain. See, whenever exists, if there is something that exists that is pleasurable, you must have pain. If there's pain, you must have pleasure. You know, they exist together. Positive and negative don't exist independently. See, and you say, yeah, I understand that. So if there's pleasure, there's also got to be pain, however it occurs. You know, I mean, you could have a life in perspective where there's, you know, this much pain and this much pleasure or something, you see? Or this much pleasure and this much pain or whatever, but there's always going to be, you have to have, otherwise it doesn't exist. And so you figure, okay, only when things are pleasurable, comfortable, going my way, I'm winning, it's working, you know, whatever. The whole survival thing, positive, then I'm happy. Alrighty. Well, good. When things are positive, hey, be happy. When things are negative, be happy. If you can't, then that's not happiness. What you're talking about is relief. What you're talking about is success. What you're talking about is, you know, things are going your way. Okay. See? And since you're going to continue to exist in a domain of survival, you have to be happy with that. You have to be happy with being you, and you have to be happy with being exactly the way you are, and you have to be happy with going through whatever you go through, etc., and doing whatever you do. You know, be happy with that. And it doesn't make you stupid. You know, see, people are afraid, right, that if I just like I'm happy with no matter what is occurring, then I'll become complacent. I will lose my drive, etc., or whatever. Why? It says independent. It has nothing to do with it. Your survival will continue to take place. Do it intelligently, I think would be useful.